Alright guys, sorry about the delays right now. So I just got shut down again because YouTube's algorithm bot keeps flagging me for music violations even though I have the license. It's really dumb, but it just happens all the time. So I'm just going to give it a minute. We're going to get started back up. We're going to keep drawing. Okay, so we are good to go on this end. If you guys could like this video as well. Sorry that it keeps getting shut down. So there's a little bit, I'd say like another 2 hours left that I'm going to be streaming for tonight. So this is really aggravating. This keeps happening, keeps getting shut down, but I don't know what else I can really do. Just pop this player out and all right. So it's like my fifth appeal I've had to do with YouTube about this music thing. It's absolutely insane that they keep flagging my videos for no reason. But that's okay. We're gonna just move forward. I want to start playing music again in a minute. We're just gonna pick a random song. We're gonna start and then kind of go for it. If it gets shut down again, then we'll have to do the video without music. I don't know why it keeps doing it. It's really aggravating. And I'm sorry that it just keeps happening. There's not much I can do about the YouTube bots and things like that. So it's, I don't know, it's not really. Yeah, so all like the views and the watch hours are down quite a bit. That's why I have been doing a lot of the live stream stuff, and that's another factor of this challenge, is to kind of help with that metric. So it's down, views are down 23%, so a couple hundred views are down, and watch hours are down 26% from last month. That's an insane amount to be down. I'm just pulling up the stream now so I have it. Yeah, it's been over 4 times I've been stopped for music violations, even though I have the license to play the music. So I'm paying for a subscription service through Arliss, and it's a all-encompassing license. I can use the music for anything as long as it's not radio. So not the best, but we're just going to keep going for it. If people want to share this stuff, though, this would really help me out a lot. So keep sharing the link, liking the videos, adding comments to the videos. That's going to really help push the metrics. I don't lose the watch time once I've appealed, I believe, so I think it's fine. It's just aggravating because I shouldn't have to do that every time I'm doing a stream, especially a long stream. But I think what happens is the bot just auto cycles through libraries, and if it doesn't know how to identify if you have a license, it'll just stop you. But there's not much I can do about it, so we're just going to keep going, and if it happens again, I'll finish the last of the stream without music like I have in the past. We'll see how that goes. I can't stream radio or anything else. I would do podcast or something if I could do that, just because this is license-free music. It's not my particular taste. It's just something to add some, some razzle-dazzle to the stream, if you will. Make it a little bit nicer, but there's not much I can do about it. we got the 3 likes. Just filling in this page. Got this little dragon's kind of cool. This wolf dragon head. This was just kind of messing around. I actually like how this turned out. Okay, so just keep moving along. I think if I talk every couple minutes, it will prevent it from recognizing just the song alone, and will stop it from being an issue. But who knows? Just takes a bit for it to for the boss to catch on. Alright, there's still some room on this page, so we're going to crank it out. I'm going to do maybe 1 or 2 more designs on this page before I switch over and switch subject matter. So I'm just realizing now I'm drawing right where the logo is on the stream. Sorry about that. I can't really change too much. I think I might be able to get the last of this pencil to work. Just double checking the stream real quick. It says we're still going. We're still live. All right. Sweet. So I think I'm going to need to really plan out another way to do these streams if I'm going to keep getting flagged like this. I don't want to use Twitch. I have a larger following on YouTube. I don't have anyone following me on Twitch. So I don't think it's worth investing the time in switching platforms. So I need to find a solution. If anyone has one for not getting flagged with YouTube music and stuff, definitely let me know. It would be greatly appreciated. Okay. Normally in my sketchbooks, I would just, when I was done drawing a certain style and wanted to start with a fresh page, I'd start with a fresh page. But because this focus is to really kind of get studies and just push myself to continue to draw no matter what, I'm not going to just stop with one or two drawings. I'm just going to kind of keep it going. Sorry, 1 second. Okay, sorry, I just had to make some adjustments on screen here. Just drawing some blue fire. Why not? That's another way you can fill up pages kind of quickly or take up some area. If your composition has too much negative space, you can add other details and elements. I do a lot of illustration styles and graphics that are kind of meant for print design, application design on different products like skateboards, snowboards, t-shirts, clothing, other types of clothing, weird merchandise. So it kind of fits with my style and how I draw. So that's why, even though I'm drawing on a flat piece of paper, I try to like crank out as much as possible on it and fill up all the negative space and just really crush it full of drawings. And then when I have time to do something more rendered, if I really like a concept, I'll spend hours, the same amount of time I am using to like kind of bust out as many ideas as possible into a sketchbook. I'll use that time to render out a much more detailed and rendered piece. And I usually use layers of tracing paper over a slightly more fine-tuned sketch to really get the details spot on. Alright, and I think I can do like one or two more quick little things in this. So we have these two corners that are open, so I'm going to do one thing down here. And then something up top, sure yet. Maybe I'll do like a little bat. Some of these are drawn with reference, some are drawn without. Most of them right now are being drawn without. Drawing this weird little bat monster. Okay, not too bad. Still going. Stream's looking fine. Thanks for everyone that is watching. I really do appreciate it.
Well, I gave you all my love and I gave you all my trust and I gave you everything that you need. But you only told me lies and you made me realize that, babe, you ain't no good for me. I can't be with you, you can't be true. And I know just what I got to do. Gotta hit the ground running, running just as fast as I can. Gotta hit the ground running, running just as fast as I can. Well, you're begging me to stay, but I'm going my own way, and the skies ain't looking cloudy or gray. I don't even roll the dice so that you can't play me twice, no babe. Who do you think I am? Well, I'm gonna take my own road. I'm sorry, baby, you can't go. Gotta hit the ground running, running just as fast as I can. Gotta hit the ground running, running just as fast as I can. Well, I know you say you're sorry, and you do right, but baby, who do you take me for? Yes, I see you crying, before those tears are drying, baby.
Alright, we got the weird bat there. And the last thing to draw on this page. Oh man, I don't know what to draw.
Gonna hit the ground running.
And we're going to switch up to drawing foliage in a minute. We're also going to start using just a pen instead of a pencil. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, let's see. I'm gonna share this a few places as well, just so people can kind of join the stream, get a few more people going. I'm gonna draw that last thing, and then we'll switch to drawing all of like the tree foliage and plant studies.
There she goes again. You would think she's happy when she's hanging with him, but inside she cries. Don't know how much longer she can keep up the lies. You know it's gonna break your heart.
All right, so I'm just sending this out right now through Facebook. So I'm still doing the hiatus from Instagram. So that's that. Okay, not too bad.
You say you got a dream, but you like self-esteem.
Cool. All right, so just post that a few places. Hopefully, get some more people on it while we're doing some other types of studies. All right, we're done with this page. So I don't know what else to draw on here. I can do I don't know. There's like a couple narrow spots I can fill in. Okay, cool. So that's that. We're on to the next new page. We're gonna do. We're gonna draw some like plant study stuff. Absolutely exhausted. So we're gonna just keep going. Hopefully, we can get the stream up a little bit more with some more views, have some more people watching it, and we're gonna switch to some images of some plant foliage, some plant study stuff. All right. Says we got 4 people viewing now, so thank you guys for watching. I just have a few of the things going on here. Okay, so we're gonna do some studies. We're gonna start with some plants, I think. So maybe we'll do some fungus or something first. We'll do some like weird little leaves and mushrooms. And just kind of see what we come up with. And I'm switching to a pen, so I'm just gonna use a gel pen. So we're just going for it. We're not gonna worry about perfection on this. It's a nice green. It's always good to kind of switch up some of your drawing tools when you're trying to do studies and learn. Forces you to take other risks and do other things that you typically would rely on as a crutch from other drawing materials like pencil. So switching to a pen, the level of permanence definitely helps with your line confidence because you just go for it. At least it does that for me, where I just know I'm like, if I'm taking my time on something that I shouldn't be taking my time on, if I switch over to a pen, it really helps me out a lot. And these are all going to be drawn from reference, so it's a lot easier. And then we'll do some stuff without reference and see what we can kind of come up with. Yeah, drawing with a pen can also kind of like give you some anxiety if you're not used to doing it. I've been drawing with a pen in a while, so trying to draw just random different types of plants can be a little tricky.
Do you think it's meant to be? 'Cause I feel like letting go. Can you feel some energy? No matter it's
Yeah, so some of the plants I don't really even know what they are, so just gonna keep going. The 40-hour stream. It's been crazy so far, so I think it's doing okay. Just checking one more thing. So I think it just keeps getting flagged as well. So that's like another issue I keep running into. So it's hard for people to actually watch. All right. So yeah, so everyone's left the stream. I'm sorry if it's boring. I don't really know what else to do to make it more interesting. It's a lot easier when there's more people here. We're kind of talking, having a conversation. When it's just me drawing, I can see that's not very entertaining. So sorry about that. I'll probably fill this page and then I'm going to be done for the night. So what have you guys been like up to? What are you guys doing right now during your quarantine? Picking up new hobbies, doing new things? Any good movies or music that you've been listening to, watching, that sort of stuff? I'd love to know actually. I'm always looking for new things to kind of watch and draw and do. So listening to music or podcast. Been playing more games lately. Just finished Last of Us 2. It's been the topic of quite a few discussions in some past streams today. Yeah, drawing little pine needles is actually kind of a weird thing to illustrate, just because they have so little variation. Sometimes it's easy to get stuck in drawing one. Yeah, streaming basically the whole night for you. Yeah, I've been up since like 4:30. I eventually ended up falling asleep after doing like my second all nighter in a row. So at some point today, I fell asleep after the last time I took a break, and the stream's been flagged twice. So we're approaching the final hour and 20-minute mark. So 80 minutes left to go to reach the 8 hours for the day. So that's pretty big. If people want to like the video, that really helps out a lot. So definitely make sure you're liking the video, and we'll kind of keep going from there. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what goes on. I'm not really sure what's going to happen yet. Doing okay. We actually had some new people subscribe and stuff today, which is awesome. We had people donate today, which has been great. Really appreciated. Super helpful for me and helping the channel kind of grow. So right now we have the goal set for getting a capture card so I can actually stream with a better quality camera and not have to use my phone. Just gets to be quite a bit when you have just your phone to stream with, and you can't like use it when you need it, so it gets a little aggravating. But right now we're just doing some studies of different types of plants, foliage, mushrooms, funguses, all the fun things. These aren't going to be like hyper realistic. They're just going to be little drawings here and there, little doodles, this and that. Just getting the playlist ready. So I'm using Artlist for the music. If anyone's curious, there's links to it if you want to go and check it out. I think we might have been shut down again. 1 second. They keep flagging the videos for copyright stuff. All right, now we're good. We're good for now. Holy shit. I was gonna say if it happened again, I'd have to like just stop for the night. I wouldn't be able to keep going. Yeah, so I think there's a limit to how many times that you can get your videos flagged or get strikes on your channel. I'm a little nervous that I'm going to end up losing my channel over this. So if it happens again, I'm going to just stop and we're going to figure out another way to do this. So yeah, I really need people to like the video, to share it. I need to get the views up. If I want to be able to do this challenge, it's going to take a lot of work and a lot of energy from multiple people to really convince them that it's not just music being played. Yeah, that's what's been happening, even with the license. Their AI software that they use to kind of detect this stuff is just picking it up So anytime I'm not talking for a long period of time on the video and it's only the music, the bots will like catch that after a couple songs, and they'll shut down the stream. But that's the problem. It's all AI stuff. It's not like them personally doing it, but they just have an automated system because there's so many people, and because I'm not a super large YouTuber, I don't take precedent when issues arise like this. They don't really care. Not until you get over 1,000 do you really show up on YouTube's radar for anything. So, to have like 1,000 subscribers and you're of a monetization value, they don't care about your channel otherwise. There's just no way that they can. It's just too small for them to recognize it. But if it goes up, it does help. I think one of the things that's been really helpful is just people liking the videos, sharing the links. Getting the subscriber count up is obviously a huge goal, but it's getting harder and harder to do. So, doing my best. Everyone that has recently subscribed, super thankful, and anyone that shares any of the links, it's awesome. There's also the Discord server. I have links to that in the description, so you guys can join that. If you want to join the creative community, we have Foreman on there. It's a really fun place so far. I've been really liking everything that's been happening on there. I've had it about a month, and it's just been nothing but positivity on there for everything creative-wise, and for the behind-the-scenes stuff that people are always asking questions about. It's a lot easier to show on that. Yeah, I don't know why YouTube does stuff like that. I think it's just one of the issues as a company grows. You need to worry about what's going to make you money, and if something is more of a headache than it's worth and it's not making you money, you're usually just going to ignore it. And it's fine. Like I'm used to it. It's whatever. I used to get really annoyed, but I know it's just like there's nothing I can do about it. And I don't lose the views once I dispute the claims, but I've had to dispute a ton of claims so far about this, and they're usually pretty fast. It usually takes them like anywhere from 20 minutes to a few hours to look at a video and review it. And every time they've reviewed it, they were like, "Oh yeah, this person has a license. That's fine." It's just aggravating in the moment because I have to stop everything, restart it all, pick it back up, and then it loses the entire audience. So that really sucks, and then it just kind of puts people in a weird mood when the video just abruptly stops, and then they just like, all right, I'm not going to view the next one if it's just going to stop. So that's really aggravating because it's like people were really engaging earlier, and then after the first few times it happened, they just got annoyed. And it's completely understandable. If you're trying to watch something and it just constantly cuts out, I wouldn't watch it either. But yeah, we had over 7 people earlier. And for me, like where most of my subscribers are based are like West Coast now, it looks like, versus people on the East Coast for the US, and other parts of the world is kind of all over the place for V time. So really late at night and super early in the morning do really well. Normally this is like my peak V time is now until like 8 or 9. That's when people are really watching the channel. Or they're just on YouTube for whatever reason. All right, everything looks like it's doing fine. I think we might have been shut down. I have to keep checking to make sure it's not shut down. All right, yeah, no, we're still good. We got 1 person viewing, so thank you for sticking around. So close. We're getting there. Oh, we got another subscriber, it looks like. So that's awesome. We just jumped up again. I don't know when that happened. It's not showing me who it was, but thank you, whoever that might have been. Subscribers are really picking up today. So we started this morning with like 612 subscribers, I think. So that's a pretty big jump for me. The most I've ever gotten in a day for subscribers is, I believe, 9. So that's another challenge metric we've been trying to beat within 24 hours, if I can do more than that. And then the likes on videos, I typically average about 4 or 5. That's pretty common, so we're hoping to get that up with every video that comes out now. We're going to draw some other weird little mushroom things. We're just going to keep going. We're going to fill this whole page up. I think by then we'll make it to the final time limit. So we're on like the last hour now. So this is insane. Never thought I'd go this far on it. Didn't think it would even be really possible. I hadn't heard of anyone else doing anything like this before. With a setup like mine, so feeling kind of accomplished right now. So it's been pretty trendy this summer. I've noticed already maybe a dozen graphics that have these weird little mushrooms. So it's like all the psychedelic, trippy art has kind of come back into fashion. It's been super trendy right now. Not that I'm really someone that wants to follow a bunch of random design trends. I typically don't, just because I don't really see the point, but people are really hyped on it right now. So I might do some other versions of these in my own style. It's like I'm not really like a, big into tribute art stuff being straight and shit. It doesn't really bother me at all if people are, but I think it's just kind of funny. Like I have a fascination with weird plants and funguses and stuff just from really liking plants. Almost there, guys. Thanks for hanging out. I really do appreciate it. Can't believe I've already streamed over 7 hours today. It's absolutely insane. So it's kind of crazy. We're almost there. Actually really liking these little plant drawings though. They're kind of fun. It's a nice change up compared to what I was doing. I'll probably do more stuff like this tomorrow. Mainly today was just kind of draw anything I can think to draw that I can draw decent. Like tattoo flash stuff I can just draw pretty much with my eyes closed. I don't really need to think about it. It's just easy for me to do that stuff. I've done so much of it. It just goes really quick.
Everybody watch out. Watch out now. I'm ready for a good time. And I came to groove. The whole band's here and we came to move. Got a fresh haircut and some new shoes. We're here all night like we got nothing to lose. I'm coming out the jacket cause we're turning up the heat. I wanna see you clapping when you get about your seat. It's time to make it happen.
Not too bad. So some of these look good, some of them obviously they look really bad, but that's okay. That's the point of doing studies like this. It's just to kind of learn the overall form and shape of objects. Especially if you're someone that likes to do a lot of weird fantasy character stuff. This is the best thing you can do for yourself when it comes to making art. Is doing studies of weird things in nature, so you can replicate them in your own way for your characters. I don't get to do that as much anymore. I don't really see myself doing a lot of like realistic illustration anymore, which is a bummer because I really wish I was forced to draw more stuff like that on a day-to-day for my career, but there just really isn't much of a need for it, so I'm really bad at it because I never get to draw it anymore.
Everybody watch out. Watch out.
All right.
I'm on the move. I'm going out. I'm a man in the mission when I'm in the bed. I'm looking for love. Oh, I'm just looking for love. It's gotta be a gift for love. Love this damn good. Watch out now. Say, baby, I feel real good, and I wish I was. Watch out now. It's gotta be a gift for love. Love this damn good, baby. Everybody watch out. Watch out now.
So yeah, I've actually already like starting to notice some repeating things about doing drawings like this. Certain details, how you would fill them in with your imagination, aren't actually how they appear. So it's always good to do little studies like this instead of just drawing from your head or drawing directly from like a photograph. Sometimes you miss the details because all the information is laid out in front of you. You're trying to crank it out too quickly. too bad. Let's see, we've got a few other interesting styled ones. I'm trying to find like the weirder ones that I really like. I was gonna do some that are cut up too. It's getting there. So close. Yeah, just waiting for them to peel some of these videos from earlier as well. So it looks like they're missing one. Unbelievable. So yeah, it's been crazy just trying to get this to work. I'm looking at all the stuff now. There's a bunch of them that haven't been appealed yet. So earlier streams, hopefully they'll be appealed by tomorrow. If you guys actually want to sit through yesterday's live streams, but I feel like they're gonna just take forever to come out. So I just need the V time from them. So hopefully they get on top of that. Yeah, so it's waiting on another video that's over like 2 hours for them to appeal it yet. Not a big deal. But seriously, thank you everyone that has been watching the streams. It's been super motivating to get through this first day of the challenge. 8 hours is a lot. It's a long time to stream during the day. And the break that I ended up taking, I actually just ended up passing out because I had been up the entire night previously. So I don't know if that really counts, but we'll count that as my entire amount of daily breaks that I had planned for. Makes me feel like I'm back in like high school waiting for a class to end. Just keep looking up how long I've been going. So tired at this point. I'm pretty burned out. Hey, what's up, man? Welcome back. Yeah, we had the streams keep getting shut down because of the copyright thing, even though I have the license. So we're just constantly making all the appeals with YouTube. So we're waiting for the last one to get appealed. They've appealed every single one so far, so shouldn't be too much of an issue. Yeah, there's probably some level of delay. There's always like some level of latency and drag. So there's not much I can do about that, but yeah, it is slower. And it doesn't like make a noise or anything. I have to go into the settings and figure that out at some point. But we're in the last hour. We have 53 minutes left before we hit the 8-hour mark, and I'm definitely gonna be done after that. I'm super tired. I'm gonna probably order myself some dinner and just chill and watch a movie or something, or maybe not even do that. Just read a book. Sick of looking at screens. But yeah, if you guys could also like the video, like I said before, so definitely like the video. It helps out a lot, and it helps with the channel getting discovered. A bunch of weird little plants and fungus right now. So we draw like a little chilies or something too. Just weird plants. Some fruits, vegetables. Yeah, it's nice to draw with people. That's one of the things I normally like about the live streams is just being able to talk to people while I'm drawing. Or just have a conversation about really anything. Just grabbing some references again. I'm gonna try to throw some more plants so it's not all just like fungus on here. Yeah, start with a small cast in the beginning. It's better to do that if you can make your figure smaller. The big thing is air bubbles in the beginning when you first start, and learning how to kind of avoid those until you can afford like a pressure pot or something to help take them out. I'm also realizing my hand's probably in the way of a lot of the drawing from the overhead view when I draw in these corners. So sorry about that. Thanks, man. Yeah, they're just little studies. It's all good, man. Yeah, I'd like to not like have that going on in the channel if possible. I just want to keep it like pretty calm and chill, but free speech. Let's gonna do some cactuses next.
Have you ever fallen out of love? We hide and play dumb or change the station to push turns into shove. We get so clever at covering it up. Everyone knows our hearts in their holes. There's water in the boat. Bittersweet words dancing in my mouth, but I can't get them out. Truth is, I'm tired of lying to myself. I've been trying to figure out what went wrong, or was it wrong all along? Truth is, I'm tired of lying to myself. I've been trying. You ain't the one.
Yeah, I just try to draw with like whatever material I can, whether it be digital or traditional. I have this giant 600-page sketchbook that I got, which I was going to try to fill in 1 month forever ago, and then I ended up getting a contract and wasn't able to do it. And it's really hard to fill a sketchbook with anything meaningful if you're just doing. The goal is just to fill it without any direction. So doing studies and just forcing myself to draw much longer than I normally would, I think is going to help me improve a lot of skills, and that's one of the other additional goals, other than helping the channel kind of bounce back from some of the recent loss in traffic, and just the help with creative block, because I haven't really had any motivation to draw or paint or make anything lately. When drawing like simple things like this with a pen sometimes really helps. I've done challenges, personal challenges that I haven't filmed in the past in sketchbooks, where I've drawn with nothing but a ballpoint pen until it runs out. So I'll start from one and just kind of keep going. One of the last sketchbook tour videos I did, I believe there's a few pages of that, with drawing with just one thing until it's done. And I use things until they're physically impossible to use. Like you saw the pencil nub from earlier. That's in this. That's literally, there's no point for me to keep drawing with it, but I'm using it until I can physically not get any more color out of it. It's a two-sided pencil. So the red's almost done, and there's a little bit more left of the blue. And it's not comfortable to draw with or anything. It's a personal test and challenge to see what I'm capable of doing. Again, just forcing myself to draw with anything and everything. I might even, if it gets down to it, if I get like really bored, I'm going to try like a few other weird alternative inks. So I might try like the soy sauce drawing challenge. Yeah, that's all a sketchbook should be. It shouldn't necessarily be a place to do finalized artwork. It's a place to do studies and kind of learn about different things you're drawing, test out ideas, materials, mediums, concepts, all that, notes. Because I do a lot more stuff in the public domain with my sketchbooks now, I actually am. It has made me more cautious about what I put in them, which is good and bad. But it's like I try to tend not to put too much personal information in them anymore. As of lately, because of the YouTube channel where I share a lot of those sketchbooks.
The shapes we make, oh, they create times. I pull a chain that brings the rain down. The wind is made when people sing out.
So right now I'm drawing like a little snake plant leaf. These actually have really kind of neat textures, even though they're really smooth and kind of like a waxy leaf. Or like a dusty leaf, not waxy. The little color patterns that they have are really nice. A friend of mine, she's actually watching one of my plants. So while I was staying with them, I got one. We named the plant Generic Eric. So she's been holding on to it because I just don't have a place to properly put a plant in my space. There's not enough natural light I can give it. Alright, it's the last 40 minutes. Yeah, I can try to draw a Venus flytrap. I'll have to pull one up in a second. Let me finish this one up. That would actually be a cool one to do. I don't think I've ever actually drawn one before. Alright, so Venus flytrap. Pulling up. Alright, so let's see. Huh, yeah, they're kind of like a weird plant. I had a friend that had one of these growing up. It was like they treated it like a pet. It was really weird.
I love you.
They're pretty simple. You draw them. They're really basic shapes. It's just like making sure you try to capture the proportions right, I guess. Not proportions, but the perspective of them. allergies are starting to act up.
I love you.
Yeah, so other like weird Venus flytrap things I know about. So apparently, like when you're in the middle of the winter season here, you're supposed to feed them like raw beef, little bits of beef, which I think is fascinating, but also just like, oh my god, it's just like such a weird thing. Those and like pitcher plants, those are also really weird. Yeah, isn't that's like the plot of like little isn't it like Little Tree Shop of Horrors or whatever? There's like the talking plant, and yeah, I'm pretty sure it's beef, man. You're supposed to feed them. It could be that could just be like a myth, but I'm pretty sure I like watched my friend do that, and I was like, not for me. I was also like a vegetarian at the time, I think, when they did that, so I was like extra disgusted that like a plant was eating meat.
I love you.
You can also easily trick them into closing, so that's one of the things that, like, if you hit the little sensors they have, they can close up, even though there's no food in there. And when they close up, you can actually like shine a little flashlight. You can see through them. They're definitely fascinating. They're weird, but they're a cool plant for sure. They close really slow. It's not like a super fast motion. So it's like as soon as the sensors, like the little hairs get hit, they close really slow. It takes a long time. They're not gonna close really quickly, but essentially what happens is like a bug will get in there, and then all of a sudden it'll start to close. The bug doesn't notice because it's so slow, and then eventually they're just trapped in there. They can't get out, and they close tighter, really slowly. They have like a bunch of little flat areas, so they're not like perfect round stems. They're like flat, and they look like they almost have joints. It's really strange, but the reference I'm looking at makes them look a little bit more cylindrical than they really are. All right, so Venus flytrap is done. Yeah, the pitcher plants. Yeah, they're just a giant crater full of like sugary water. That's also like an acid. Draw some other things, some other weird plant elements. None of these are from the same ecosystem, so they're not something you would actually see. Let's do some like acorns. This sketchbook tour, when it's going to be done, is going to be the most insane thing I think I've ever shown. It'll probably be like a 20 to 40-minute video alone, just trying to go through the entire thing. And also, not all of these are going to be to scale because I'm using different reference images and trying to just fill in gaps. There's a good chance whatever I'm drawing will not fit to scale next to an object. So, just so you guys are aware, these mushrooms aren't giant and these leaves aren't tiny. It's just the references I have available. Yeah, I have one graphic I need to finish, also for a friend this week. So I'll probably try to do that tomorrow. But I'm going to try to stick with this challenge. I really think it's possible to do. Today was a bit of a rough go at it, trying to figure it all out. But kind of proud of myself right now. We're now down to the last 30 minutes of a full day of streaming for 8 hours. So kind of crazy. I think tomorrow we're going to try to stick to a schedule with breaks and everything. And yeah, it's just be intense. I might even start back up tomorrow on this page and just keep going. I'm actually really liking how this is filling up. I think if I fill this entire page with just nothing but sketches and studies of one thing in one color, it'd be really neat. This pen's still got a decent amount of room left, you guys can see through there, so keep drawing until this thing's done. Maybe that's what I'll start with tomorrow as a challenge, so I'm not cranking through all these pencils. I just bought a new box and I've already gone through like 3 or 4 of them in the new box. So I got all these pens, they last longer. I might even be open to things to draw if people want to send me Pinterest links of things to draw. I don't want to get images from anywhere else just because it's too tricky and they can open up a bunch of weird tabs. So I'm going to be probably doing stuff on Pinterest. If people want to send me Pinterest links of things to draw tomorrow, I'll do that, and I'll put that up on the Discord if anyone wants to go and check that out.